ever feel like life's just dragging you along for the ride? Like one moment it's July and the next thing you know it's snowing and you're wondering, where the hell did the year go? Same. But here's the thing, I am over it. This winter, I'm hitting pause on the chaos and I want to set the mood for a season that actually feels like something. A season that is creative, magical, and intentional. So, grab a cozy drink, light a candle. I am gonna get out of autopilot. I want to reconnect with the season, and I'm setting the mood for a creative and introspective winter. Somewhere along the way, I let the grind take over and lost touch with that natural rhythm we're all meant to feel. You know, the balance that reminds us we're living, breathing human beings and not just machines chasing goals. I've always tried to stay grounded by spending time in nature and reflecting, doing the whole shebang. But honestly, lately, it's felt like the seasons have been happening to me and not with me. And that is where my latest inspiration comes in, and that is the book, The Japanese Art of Living Seasonally by Natalie Leon. Let me tell you, this book has been a gentle slap in the face. I needed this, okay? It's all about the idea that by living seasonally, you can align yourself with the natural ebb and flow of life, bringing balance and joy into your everyday routines. Like, duh. Duh, that makes sense. But sometimes you need it spelled out to you in a way that hits and is very digestible. One of the book's core idea is that seasons aren't just backdrops to your life. They're invitations to live differently, to embrace that each one uniquely offers something a little different. Winter, for example, is about rest, reflection, and preparing for renewal. The past few years, I have been in this constant go, 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 go mode. Being ambitious and goal oriented is great, but don't get me wrong, it's a double edged sword. Tunnel vision creeps in, and suddenly you realize you've been neglecting the other parts of your life that makes it rich and meaningful. Like, here's a reality check. I haven't been to the beach to just swim in the past 2 years. That's 2 years. And I love the beach, okay? I love swimming. I have been telling myself this fall I am taking a weekend to go up north to see the leaves and the autumnal colors, but I haven't. And guess what? Yeah, no, that dream passed me by like 2, 3 years. Why? Either because I was too busy or my budget lapped to my face. And don't forget Halloween. Oh my gosh, my favorite time of the year. I didn't even decorate this year. Not a single pumpkin carved. I let it slip by while I was laser focused on building my tattoo career and YouTube channel. And yes, those things matter to me, but I have been moving so fast that the days have started to blur and blend together. And let's be real, when that happens, I feel like you've lost the plot. This book has reminded me why that's such a problem. It's not just about taking a break or being present, it's about creating markers in your life. Living seasonally, I feel like, turns the year into a series of mini eras, distinct little chapters you can look back on. And as someone who, I don't know, thinks in visuals. Like, I think in pictures and imagery. I need that. Especially when I'm looking back at my memories. I want to look back and see the snow on the ground or the smell of bonfire, or remember that time I really nailed the perfect winter playlist because like those songs were just in my head and I could just hear it. And let's be real, it's not just for me. Living seasonally creates memories for the people around you too. As a mom, I owe it to my kid to make these seasons more than just fleeting memories. I want them to have those magical markers of time, the kind that feels like a wondrous magic when you're little and nostalgic. Like I want them to be able to look back on the memories when they're grown and feel like, oh yes, that nostalgia moment. Anyways, my thoughts were all over the place right there. But here's my plan. No more compartmentalizing my life into work and living. They're two sides of the same coin, and I want them to blend together in a way that feels right. That's why I'm making this YouTube video. It's my way of resetting and preparing my world for winter. A winter that fosters creativity, aligns with my work, and honors the principles of the season. Winter, as the Japanese art of living seasonally reminds us, is about slowing down, reflecting, and finding comfort in the cold. It's about leaning into the quiet and using it to recharge, realigning, and reconnecting. And that energy is what I really want to bring into my life right now. This is more than setting the mood. It's about showing up for life. It's about living with intention and making memories that last. So yeah, I guess I want to call this my little winter renaissance. Let's get cozy. Decorating for a new season isn't about just making your space look cute. It's about setting the mood for how you feel in it. Your environment influences your mindset way more than you think. When you decorate for winter, you're giving yourself permission to slow down, cozy up, and lean into the season. It's like a creative reset that makes your space feel fresh and inspiring instead of just existing. Now, I'm not out here buying mountains of holiday decor, hyper consumerism. Nah, no thanks. I want to decorate consciously. I'm pulling out some old favorites from storage, thrifted treasures, or things that I've been gifted throughout the years. And okay, I did treat myself to just a few new pieces, but I'm intentional about it. My vibe is less Santa's workshop and more cozy and functional. I guess more rustic with cool tones and subtle magical touches that whisper winter instead of shouting it. I don't want to be Pinterest perfect. I just want to create a space that feels alive with the season, somewhere that can spark joy, creativity, and those quiet magical moments that I need. Now, music is everything when it comes to setting the mood. It's like the backdrop to my creativity. I love, love, love music. I'm always listening to music. If I'm driving, I'm either listening to music or watching or listening to a podcast or something. But anytime I'm working, walking the dog, working out, even if I'm just drawing, I love to listen to music. It puts me in the zone. It literally feels like I'm in a movie and I have like a little theme song playing. I know it's ridiculous, but that's just how I feel. And especially even when I'm tattooing, I have to have like a song playing because it just puts me in the zone. And for winter, I really want to just curate a playlist that feels like winter. Something that is soft, ambient, a little magical, and the kind of songs that make you feel like you're wandering through a snowy forest or sitting by a frosty window with a warm drink, maybe even a little mystical and moody. But I'm not gonna stop there. I love finding those YouTube videos with cozy visuals, and when I'm working, especially like in my home office, I like to play those music visuals in the background just for an added vibe. So, right now, I just want to find not only songs that give me the vibe of winter, but also visuals that give me the vibe of winter. Maybe snow falling, candles flickering, fireplaces. I don't know. I guess we'll see what I can find. It's perfect when I'm working or I just need to get into that creative flow. I can't even explain it. It's just like really nice being able to have that visual stimulation. And it's very comforting in a way as well. With music being able to put you in the right headspace, I want everything to feel calm, cozy, a little bit enchanting, because that's where the creative magic is going to happen. Okay, so after finding a bunch of background animations that I like for the vibe, some of the music is good. It's calm, it's chill, no hate. But if I want to like listen to my own curated playlist that I made on Spotify, I just literally play my Spotify music and mute the music on the YouTube video. So that way I get my own music to the animation. But yeah, so that's how I get my own music to play to the animations. Yes, it is more taxing on your computer because now you have um your internet browser opened up with YouTube playing a video, and then whatever music software that you use. I mean, you could use the Spotify in the browser. I'm using the app on my Windows computer. I'm not sure how taxing running all this is on Macs, but I have a gaming computer because I game a lot, so it can handle both, no problem. But yeah, that's how I pretty much listen to whatever I want with a cool little animation in the background for pure vibes. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. So as you see here, I could just get like literally stock. I mean, this person has used stock images for their video, and I'm just gonna play whatever music. I'm too zoomed in. And that's it of that part. I'm not trying to get copyright striked. So let's be real. Sometimes we consume too much media. I know sometimes I catch myself doing it. I try not to spend, and I'm not just talking about social media. I try not to spend a lot of time on social media. I'm talking about like TV or the news and all of that. And that's a whole nother story though about how daunting all of that can be. But I want to be more intentional, not with the amount of media that I'm taking in, but also like the content. Is it going to bring me joy? Is it going to help my creativity? I've already cut down on all of the people that I follow on social media for my own mental health and my own strategic method where I only really want to follow people that inspire me. But with this winter, I want to not just freely consume and like let the consumption come to me through like an algorithm. I want to curate my own experience. So instead of just like watching whatever is on Netflix or whatever is on YouTube, I want to like really think about like what kind of stuff I want to take in. And for me, for this era, I want to take in things that inspire contemplative nature, reflection. I want peaceful content. I want to intake serene content, something beautiful, something that gives me the winter vibes, something that can inspire my creativity. Because at the end of the day, I am an artist, and like that's half of the reason why I even consume content, half of the reason why, majority of the reason why I'm even on stuff like Instagram. It's because I am an artist and I like to look at art. I like to look at what other people have made. And either to just enjoy viewing it or to feel inspired or get ideas or see techniques that other people have used and maybe incorporate that into my own practice. But right now, I just really want to be intentional about the media that I consume. I want to curate it myself. And so with that goal, I went out and got some things that I felt like would really resonate this season. So let's start. Okay, so I want to go over like a book, art piece. I don't even know. I didn't really forget all that. I didn't even really categorize that. But anyways, I've got some items. So I have this book. It's called The Lost Path. This book is by Amélie Fletchase. I might be pronouncing that wrong. I believe they are a French illustrator, but this is a book by them, and it's called The Lost Path. And I got it because it just, like, the vibes just give me winter, cold. If you've got the taste for adventure, come join this treasure hunt. 3 young boys set off from Camp Happiness, map in hand, determined to be the first to find the treasure before anyone else. But the shortcut they take leads them to something far more spectacular and sinister. All manner of magical beasties live in these woods, and the kids find themselves caught between warring forest spirits. Will the 3 boys find their way out of trouble? Get your map, get ready, set, go. Okay, so obviously this is a book aimed towards children, but like as an artist, I couldn't help but like be in awe of just like the art. Let me see if I can like show you. Like, just look how intricate. You haven't even seen the inside yet. Wait till I show you the inside. Like, that is just so cute. It's so cute, and I don't know, it's just so well done. It's given like folklore-y, but a little kiddish, but it's beautiful. So yeah, even though this book is meant for kids, I feel like as an artist, you can be inspired. Aside from like the first like couple pages of color, now it goes into like black and white like pen drawings, and I do a lot of black and gray tattoos. So, and I I love drawing with pens, so I felt like this was like totally up my alley. You have to see this. Just look at this. The intricacies and the details, like, yeah, this is for kids, but like, oh my god, like, do you see the art in here? Like, look at all the details. Look at that. It's just amazing. And I feel like as an adult artist, you can feel inspired and see how they hatch certain things in the forest, see how they draw the eyes and how they made the blush on his cheeks. Like, look at that. Oh my god. Like, okay, I'm not gonna ruin the book for you guys. Well, who knows? Who knows if you're gonna buy it or ever read it? But I have to do the author justice. I'm not just gonna put their whole book online for the world. But okay, one more page. Look, maybe not one more, because I have to show you like why it kind of gives off winter vibes. But no, the reason why I think it gives off winter vibes is because they're in a forest, okay, and there's a lot of dead trees, and like a lot of the colors in the book are like this blue. A lot of dead trees, this like frosty blue color. It's like more dead trees. It's giving me like it's cold, a little chilly, maybe not super snowy yet, but definitely like either late fall, early winter vibes. So I definitely would recommend this book, especially if you do like the black ink pen looking crosshatchy art style. And yeah, it's a story for kids, but as an adult, I'm using it as an art book. And if you have kids, read the story to them. Let them read it. It's cute. Again, it's not just like your typical picture book. It is a picture book, but it's like also kind of like a comic. So wow, your kids like comics, webtoons, whatever. This beautiful and like really, really cute story. Okay. And then for like artistic activity, I decided to get a coloring book. Like, what? I have not bought myself a coloring book. I don't even know. I don't think I've ever bought myself a coloring book. Let's be honest. I think the last coloring book I owned was like when I was a kid. I know, especially like with the boom of like adult coloring books becoming a thing. I'm surprised I haven't had one sooner. I think it's just because I'm like, oh well, I can just draw whatever and like color whatever I want like on my tablet or something. So I guess like that's why. But oh, I need to plug the camera in before it dies. Okay. But anyways, this book is so wintry, mythographic, like that. Let's see. Mythographics. I can't read backwards. Mythographics Frozen Fantasies. This is by Fabiana Atancio. And I was like really, really careful when looking for coloring books because I know a lot of people are making coloring books using AI, and I did not want a coloring book made by AI. I did look up Fabiana, and she is a real artist. She's a person. I've seen some of her past works, and these are books that she works on. She has a whole collection of different coloring books that she does, and I want to support a real artist and not, buy an AI coloring book you made from like stolen artwork. But anyways, just look at this. It's so cute and it's up my alley. I am very, very I love like the very, very illustrative, very detailed lines and everything, as you can probably tell from my own artwork. Here, look at this. Look how cute. Look at that. It's so crazy. Like, look at those details. And I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be finding so much inspiration from this book. Just like ideas or posings or like, oh my god, like I never thought to like draw a popsicle, and here are popsicles, and I'm like, that's a really cool way, and it's just really beautiful. Like, so for this one, it has 40 illustrations, and it has secret objects hidden in every work of art, which I did notice because I'm like looking and I'm like, oh, there's like a iPhone in one of them. And like the other one I showed you was like a popsicle, And this one's like a bowling ball. Yeah, so not only is it like a coloring book, but also like a see if you can find the hidden objects, but it's just beautifully illustrated. And sure, I feel like anybody of any age could color this. Just absolutely beautiful. And the last thing that I wanted to recommend, or at least like show and shout out, is this oracle deck. Let's see, Season of the Witch Yule Oracle. So this oracle deck is made by Lorianne and Juliet Diaz. They are women of magic, and they are also persons of color. And as a person of color myself, I feel like it is so important to amplify other creators who have found a space to share their work and share their knowledge and all of that. And I just really think this deck is going to be perfect for reflecting this winter. I've never owned an oracle deck, and I've been reading tarot for maybe like a decade now for myself and some really close friends. I don't really do readings like that for like the public and stuff. It's just more for me to reflect and to maybe have guidance, or to look inwards. And I just feel like this oracle deck, I found it at the perfect time. I got this from Barnes & Nobles when I went to go shop, and I don't know, I was like, oh wow, hello. They even had one for the autumnal season as well, but that's already passed. Maybe next year I'll get that, but this year I just wanted to do the winter one for the Yule Oracle. And the art is beautiful, the wisdom is wonderful. They've got like a little poem on each card, and look how the cards are designed. First off, look how cool. Look at the back. I am such a sucker for like beautiful card designs. It's just got the little hand, little bow, and the beautiful green color. Now look at this, one of my favorite parts. What? Look at this. Make sure this is focused. Like, just, oh my god, it's like a foiled edge. That is so cool. But like the artwork in here, they are watercolor. Look at these. They're just so wintry, and I love like there's a lot of representation in the like people. Like, look at that, different shades. Like, look at the hair texture. I just feel like this deck is very, it really represents this country anyways. I mean, I'm in America and we are very, very diverse, and I just feel like I'm a lot, well, especially like when I was younger, there was not a lot of representation. And like, look at this. I just feel like now with people of color coming into like the creative workspace, we can finally get a little more representation. Look at that. And I think that's a beautiful thing. We're not taking away from others. We are giving to others. Making space for us, because the space is already occupied by us. So here we are. We're not taking away. We're giving space where space is already taken. I don't even know. You know what I mean. Okay, and my last recommendation for you guys is an animated movie. I love my animations. I love movies. I love TV shows. And for this one, I really wanted something that was visually, I wouldn't say visually stunning, but at least like visually interesting. Either like hand-drawn animation or crazy visuals or something like that. And this old movie came to mind from my childhood. It is older. I think it came out in like early 2000s. That's okay. It is by the legendary director Satoshi Kon. Yes, Satoshi. If you don't know, he is the guy who made Perfect Blue. Beautiful. He made Paprika, Millennium Actress, Paranormal Agent. Anyways, The movie that I'm talking about is Tokyo Godfathers. It came out in 2003, and it's kind of like, the genre I would say is like comedy, but like serious? I don't know. So this movie goes into the lives of these 3 individuals who are homeless, and they find a baby around Christmas time, and they try to find the baby's parents. And it's just this wonderful story of 3 individuals who has their own backstory as to why and how they became homeless, and how now they rely on each other to just get by in this lifestyle that they've chosen, and how like finding this baby is in ways healing them. And it's just a beautiful story. It's wonderfully animated. That I just love the animation style that Satoshi Kon does in his works. And I don't know, you just have to watch it, okay? It's set in Tokyo, it's winter. It is so fun. But I had my partner watch it the first time, and he was a little hesitant. He was like, oh, I'll have to read. And I was like, yes, you can't multitask. We're just gonna sit here. Let's just sit here and like watch the movie and enjoy it. And at the end of the movie, he literally was like, okay, yeah, probably the best Christmas movie I've ever watched. That's gonna be a yearly movie for sure. And I was like, what? You liked it that much? He's like, yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, he thought it was really good. And he's not like a movie guy, and he thought it was really good. So I highly recommend, even if you don't like anime or watch anime, I feel like, sure, it's like cartoony, but I feel like the animation style isn't like typical anime with like big eyes and big busty girls and all that. I feel like it's a little more more realistic approach. Think of like Studio Ghibli, more realistic approach to like humans, but still maintain like a cartoonish look. But yeah, it is just a good movie. 10 out of 10, recommend. By the way, it's got a 7.8 on IMDb and 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, if you care about that at all, and an 8.3 out of 10 on My Anime List. Who knows if you care about those kind of ratings, but it's a good movie altogether. Highly recommend. So, while trying to be mindful of the content I consume and wanted to curate my winter experience, I wanted to share this ethereal content creator here on YouTube. Their name is Jonna Jinton. They are a Swedish artist, musician, filmmaker, and they just have the most ethereal, hibernal, mystical channel ever. Oh my goodness, I can't even like begin. Like, just look at like just even like the thumbnails. They live in Sweden. I am so happy for them and the views that they get just where they live. Like, look at these thumbnails. Oh my gosh, the Aurora Borealis, like just chilling there. Amazing. Jonah is just so chill and calm. They just have the most serene vibes, and their content is just so peaceful. And whenever I am experiencing just, life's chaos, whenever I watch Jonah's channel, their videos just make me feel very peaceful and calm. And just like watching them in their natural habitat and the care that they put into their work, it's very inspiring. But yeah, definitely check them out. Just look at this. So wintry. I love this. I feel like I'm looking at a Pinterest board, honestly. Like, look how beautiful this all is. It just is so cinematic. I highly recommend. Check Jonah out. The last media recommendation I have for you guys today is a bunch of paintings by the Japanese painter Natori. Ai's work is so eerie, so cold, so mysterious, and it makes me feel in awe, but at the same time, subtly uneasy. Something about the stark white and the dark blue hues give me this cold, somber feeling, and that feeling is something I imagine feeling particularly in the winter. A quiet, haunting beauty that sticks with you. It's the kind of art that makes you want to sit in silence and just feel it. Here's I's Instagram handle. Check it out. Winter is like that one friend who, like nature itself, is out here saying, sit the F down, girl, and chill out already. It strips life down to its bare bones, everything raw, honest, and real. There's so much we can learn from it if we're willing to listen. First, winter teaches us patience. Nature doesn't fight the cold or rush to bloom, it rests. It reminds us that rest isn't just okay, but it's essential. This season is like a giant permission slip to slow down, and I mean, how often do we let ourselves just sit, exist, and not feel guilty about it? I know I still struggle with that. Another lesson winter brings is clarity. With the trees bare and the ground still, everything feels quieter, simpler, and that's a gift. It's a chance to cut through the noise of what doesn't matter and focus on what does. For me, that's been meditating more, asking myself, what am I holding on to that doesn't need to come with me into the next year? And lastly, winter's all about preparation. It's not flashy, but it's productive in its own way. Getting ready for what's next without rushing. I think we could all use a bit of that energy, honestly. Just like how I'm decluttering and decorating my space to create an environment that inspires me instead of draining me.
Maybe we're okay if we don't look too close into the mirror. Just do as they say, let it all go, flow down the river. The gaslights dimmer bright. Is it all just imagination? If what we have is right, there should be no hesitation.
So, with the soft glow of candles, the smell of cinnamon and pine, the cozy winter meals, and the seasonal decor I brought back out, I think I'm ready for winter. It's like the perfect storm to recharge my creativity. Everything just feels slower, more intentional, and just right. I've curated my space, picked out the music that matches the vibe, and indulged in media that makes me personally feel connected to the season, from the eerie art to the wintry films. I just want to say thank you so much for spending time with me today. Be sure to like and subscribe. I started taking my channel seriously back in April this year, and my goal was to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year. So if you could help me out, help me hit that goal this month. Thank you. Bye.